Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. It's Harden with the drive, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Rockets making a change here. Goudlock is checked in. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Hayward outside. Jazz passing it around. They set the screen. Knocks down the three ball.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
They get it back. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so.
On the floor. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Trevor Ariza out there with Beasley. And it's Howard in at the center. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies came through when they needed him to. He had 6 points and added a few rebounds as well. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for the Jazz. And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverly, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
Jazz leading by 10. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound.
Takes it from 10. The shot misses. Now the Jazz take it the other way.
Talking about Beverly, his wrist injury really changed things for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverly's toughness on defense particularly.
Beasley the screen. The three from Harden. Kept alive by Houston. Beasley kicks to Harden. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverly, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
Pass to Booker. Here's Freak. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Freak's got 7 points in the game.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Dwight Howard. 6th in shooting percentage And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And, you know, back to his phenomenal efficiency from three. His consistent shooting creates a lot of openings in the defense.
1:41 left to play here in the half. Beverly dishes to Howard. Beasley the screen. It's Harden with the drive. Back to Howard. And it's Ariza in the corner. Screen by Howard. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads. Off the left rim and out.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Dishes it to Burke from past the arc. Rockets with the rebound. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Here's Beverly. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. That's good. Howard's got it back down to within single digits for the Rockets.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Mack, the pass to Booker. To the left side wing. Freak releases from the wing and drills it. Freak's got 9. 7 seconds left in the first half. Harden gets to Ariza. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Jazz up by 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Derek Favors. And Derek, a big effort for you in that first half. Did Coach call on you to come out here and be productive early on?
Oh, yeah, I know our coach wanted me to be aggressive, and I came out and I was aggressive.
You certainly were. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Okay, fellas, nice job sticking to the plan in the first half. Now let's widen the gap and get these fans even more fired up. These are the types of halves where we are helping ourselves out by making clean passes. They haven't caused us too many problems in the passing lanes to this point, but we still have a half of basketball to play. On a good note, our passing has been very smooth. You set each other up with some really nice assists. That's strong team basketball. Let's keep it up. I'll tell you what we're going to use now, the pick and roll. Let's get that play running and run it and run it until they prove they can stop it. All right, everybody got it? Now let's get out there and tack some points onto that lead and make it a mountain that's too high for them to climb.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Smith comes in for Michael Beasley. Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Godlock subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Freak in at the 3. Gobert is out there with Hayward. And it's Hood in at the 2 guard. That's the group right now for Utah. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Jazz leading by 10. At the elbow, it's Freak. Tries from 10, and he gets it to go. Freak's got 11. Here's Godalock. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Screen by Smith. Inside, here's Brewer. Soft touch off the glass.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Feeds it to Freak. It's rebounded by Houston. We've got 1:18 left here in the third quarter, and he trims the lead to single digits. And it's now 23 points for James Harden. To the middle, here's Freak, and it's blocked. Here's Godalock. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Harden outside. Here's Brewer, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Move the ball.
Nato, the pass to Gobert. And a wide open look for Freak. Utah the rebound. Tries again. Nice jump shot. Good. Freak's got 13. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. They double him with Freak. From past the arc. Brewer's shot is off. Jazz leading by 8. Nato can't cash in from the left block. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Harden's got 13 points in the second half.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Here's Brewer. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in.
All right, fans. I want everyone here to get on up out of your seats. A big sign.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And so it's Utah who scraped by with a win. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to head over to the studio.